Now, on Sunday, people in Crimea will vote in a referendum on whether to become part of Russia. In the past hour, G7 leaders have released a statement saying they won't recognise the outcome of the vote. Let's speak to Hoda Abdel-Hamid, who joins us now from Simferopol. And Hoda, the acting president of Ukraine, has also said that, should the referendum go ahead and the vote is an approval for Crimea seceding from Ukraine, he's not going to use the army to take back the Crimean Peninsula by force.
Yes, indeed, he did say that, and I think a lot of the Ukrainians and the Crimean Tatars who are here and who do support Kiev would feel somehow abandoned by Kiev. But on another note, the acting president is being quite realistic. The Ukrainian army will be no match for the large presence of Russian troops here in Crimea and even along the borders. According to the Russian Defense Ministry, there's about 220,000 troops in Crimea and along the border. There's also about 60 warships off the coast. There's also hundreds of tanks that are here and along the border. So certainly the Ukrainian army, without Western support, military support, would not be able to do anything. You also have the fact that there is no more logistical support for the Ukrainian army here in Crimea. All the bases are either surrounded or taken over. Those Ukrainian soldiers who have been holding ground and not surrendering, however, are on their own. There is no way for Kiev to resupply them. So it would be a very difficult military mission for the authorities in Kiev.
And as Crimea heads towards this referendum on Sunday, what's it like there? How difficult is it to get in and out of the region?
Well, it's becoming more and more difficult. Now, the international airport is open, but only if you're going to Moscow or coming from Moscow. Ukrainian airlines have announced that all flights to Kiev have been cancelled at least until the 17th. That is one day after the referendum, which is to be held on March 16th. We went also to the train station this morning. They are operating. There were trains coming from Kiev, but it's quite difficult for people to show up in the sense that you have these so-called self-defense units that are there. If you are a resident from Crimea, you go through. If you're a person who's coming for Kiev, you might get checked and you might not be allowed in. So it is becoming more and more difficult. Now, the authorities here are saying that they're just making sure that the vote will go ahead securely. They're making sure that no one from Kiev or no, as they call them, provocateurs and fascists will make their way here and try to disrupt that vote.
Hoda, thanks very much indeed for that. Hoda Abdel-Hamid in Simferopol there in the Crimean Peninsula.